Hello, guys. Today I'm interviewing Ben Smith. He is 10 wins, no defeats, no draws. And he's got a fight on the 2nd of July at York Hall for the Southern Area Lightweight title against Connor Marsden.
Marsden, yeah.
Yeah. My first question for you is, have you watched Connor fight before?
I've seen him as his YouTube's his fight with Boy Jones Jr. My coach was at that fight, so we do know who he is, and yeah, it's gonna be a tricky fight. I mean, he's very, very tall, so I mean we're working on that. But I'm very, very confident going into it that I've got all the attributes to beat him comfortably as well. But I mean, I'm gonna have to be training hard, and I'm gonna have to be fixed. I'm sure he's gonna bring his A game. And yeah, I mean, the fight's in my hands. My fight's in my hands. I mean, I've got the boxing skills to beat him. So
yeah,
but yeah, I have seen him. I have watched him. Very confident, but it'll be a good fight. It'll be a good fight, and it'll be a good one to watch as well.
Yeah, I watched. I think it was his last fight against Adam Azim.
Adam Azim. Yeah, he got blown out of there. To be totally honest with that fight, we haven't really taken much off that because I mean he got caught cold. You can't really do. You got to give him a bit of leeway there because I mean with those 8-ounce gloves on, I mean that was just unlucky. I'm sure he would have given a lot better. We got caught with a shot very early on. I think it was probably the first shot he got caught with. So
yeah,
and you could tell it wasn't a big shot either. So I mean, I watched Boy Jones hit him, and he got hit harder in that fight than what he did against Adam Azim. So I'm not going to take much from that fight. I'm sure. We just have to. That fight was, I mean, it was unlucky for him, but I'm sure he's lost a bit of confidence from that too. I'm not, but he's, it's just, that fight was over very quickly. We couldn't see much in that fight. So but yeah,
of course, you fought Jose
Bandana, yeah, it's an awkward one to say. Fought him on 3 weeks ago on Saturday. So it's first time back in 3 years. So it was a good one to get the ring rust off of. Also, I had a few problems in camp as well. I mean, I had a bad my nose. Something was wrong with my nose, so I couldn't do any sparring whatsoever. I had to do a load of body sparring. I was body sparring Lee Wood all the way through the camp. So I got mega fit, but I mean every boxer knows that if you're not sparring, there's some sort of like match fitness that you don't have, and I had to go into that fight with that. So I boxed well. It wasn't my best performance, and I didn't don't get me wrong, I didn't come out of it thinking, oh, that was unbelievable, because it wasn't. But it was good to get in there, get busy, and it sets us up for this fight. So all the ring rust is gone now. I'm back in the gym already, and we're working towards this one now.
Yeah. So as you were saying earlier, you've been training with Congo and Mahmoud.
Yeah, both brilliant fighters. I think Ramirez has been talks of him fighting for an English title soon.
Yeah.
And then obviously I'm Southern Area. Chris has got a tough fight against a German who's
Sebastian
only ever Firmo, is it? Yeah. He's good. It'd be a good fight, that one. I mean, Chris is training hard and he's looking good in the gym. I mean, I watched him spar the other day and he got class. So I mean, he's got it all to go for. But if he wins this fight, it puts him up there. So it's good. It's good. Yeah. The gym's buzzing.
Did you watch Congo's fight against Mikey McKinson, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's when he got beat, didn't he? Yeah. Mikey's actually beat two of my friends. He's beat Sammy Maness as well. So, I mean, he's a good fighter. He's a top operator. He's a tricky southpaw.
Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people underestimate him in general, his boxing skill, and because he seems to catch everyone out. But I mean, he's always been the underdog, and you've got to give him a lot of credit for taking fights that against big names, i.e., people like Sammy McNess and Chris Congo, who are being in the way corner, and he's always come out on top. So, my hats off to him.
Yeah, I watched Congo v, I think, Luther Clay.
Yeah. Where
he won the title.
Yeah, that was in the fight camp, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was like yeah. Well, Chris is a great fighter. I mean, he's slick. He can bang a bit as well, and I mean, he's got all and the coaching we're getting in this MT with it. Not so need to stop saying that, but Ben Davison's gym with the likes of Josh Taylor, Lee Wood, all these people knocking about. We're always doing drills and things like everyone's working together in there. So we're learning all the time, and you're going to see this stable of fighters in this gym come out with. We're going to be winning titles. I think we've got every single belt in the world apart from English and Southern area. And if me and Rames go and do that, I mean, we've got everything. So we've got British, European, every world title. So yeah, it's good. It's a good gym to be in. It's going to be a great stable coming out. It's got so many good young fighters coming out of there too.
Yeah. Why is it not called the MTK? What?
Yeah, it's been shut down by people in America. So the whole system's shut down now. There's no more MTK anymore. So everyone's been relieved of their contracts, and I've stayed with Lee Eaton, who works for MTK. Now he's my manager now, so I've stayed with him, and Lee's going to get me all the opportunities. So I'm set where I am. It's not a problem to me that MTK has gone, because Lee was always one of the best managers there anyway, and he gets the opportunities. He always brings fights. He's Michael McInnes' manager as well, so I mean he's always getting him big fights. So and he's pulled out this Southern Area title fight. I mean I've been out the ring for 3 years, and then I've had this fight, and he's got me a Southern Area. So I mean he's got the connections. So yeah, on that side of things, I mean I'm set with Lee, and we look to push over in the next 2 years, see if we can get an English or British title after this. So I'm not necessarily overlooking Conor Marsden, but we're planning on bigger things, definitely.
Yeah. So isn't it a TM1 promotion?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever fought on a show. I've fought on a Mo Pryor show before, who's I think it's TM14. Promotions, but yeah, they're co-hosting with Mo Pryor. So I mean, I've done a Mo Pryor show before, and Mo looked after me a bit after the fight as well, gave me a bit as well. So it's a good show to be on, and it's a packed card as well. I wasn't expecting, obviously, when I saw his main event. I mean, it was a bit of a shock, but I mean, it is a packed card with so many great fighters on there. So it's going to be a great night of boxing. Yeah. And it's going to be a good night for everyone in our gym too, because I think we got another lad on there called Leo de Langa, who's hasn't fought in a while, and he's got his comeback fight coming on there. So the gym's going to be there, and I can't wait to get in there and show everyone what we've been working on.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the promoters who's promoting the show. I think John.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them. I think I better get a message off for a load of them. It's a good little team going. They look very professional as well, which is going to be good for small hall shows. Yeah, but I mean, now MTK has gone, there is a big opportunity for small hall shows, because they did run most of the small hall shows. So I mean, it's going to be there's going to be a big gap in that sense. So I mean, it's something like they come through and are professional and look after the fighters. I mean, I was speaking to one of them. I think his name's Aaron. He's actually going to come. He's going to come around and drop tickets off to my house, so he meets us before the fight, which I've never had before. So they're looking to make relationships with fighters. Yeah. Which is. I mean, it sounds mad, but you don't meet promoters and things till the day. So you might not even have any contact. You get a ticket, you get a few messages, you get tickets to the door, you sell your tickets, you turn up on the day, you give your ticket money in, and that's when you meet them. So I mean, I think it's good that they're doing it in that way, because I mean they'll gain more trust out of fighters as well, and I'm sure a face-to-face promise is a lot more. It goes a lot further than what a little text or something like that. So I mean, it's looking like it's going to be a very professional, good show. But we'll have to see on the night. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah. I might be coming to the fight.
Yeah. Get down there, mate. It's going to be a good show. I mean, we're definitely going to get the win on my behalf, and then we got obviously Leo, and there's Jordan Flynn's on it, Alfie Winter. I mean, Kevin Mitchell's fighters. I mean, it's a good show. It's a very, very good show. It's going to be top level fighters on there. I mean, it's the first small hall show that I've really looked at and gone, wow, there is good fight, which aren't sort of Matchroom or DAZN or that, like a good undercard as well. Yeah, it's brilliant little show. So I mean, it's going to be packed out.
Venue as well.
unbelievable. I mean, it's a cauldron in there, and I'm gonna have 300-400 of maybe more. I mean, the tickets are flying in my this way, so
Yeah.
we're gonna ram it out, and there'll be a lot of noise in there. So I mean, it's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be a good night. Can't wait.
I'll be there for you, mate, because like I won't be like buying tickets off you because I've contacted one of the promoters who's promoting. I've interviewed him, so he's said that I can like interview a few of the fighters when I'm there and stuff.
Yeah,
so that's pretty cool. Maybe
well, it's brilliant. It's brilliant at your young age that you're doing stuff like this. I mean, it's it'll just push you forward. I mean, if you look at people like IFL London, I can remember when Coogan was just knocking about with a camera, just following people about, and look where he is now. So, I mean, you're doing the right thing and turning up to shows like this, like small hall shows, and with good names there. But I mean, getting as many contacts as you can, it's always going to be good for yourself. So it's good, man. Really good.
I'm going to one on Friday.
Where's that?
Well, You're cool, but it's a Frank Warren prospect card.
Is it the Raven Chapman show?
Yes.
Raven. Yeah. Raven's from Tame, which is Oxford way. So she trains out of my old amateur club, High Wycombe. He's actually trained with my old coaches, and she's a very, very good fighter. She's going to go on to do special things in the women's boxing.
Yeah.
Especially now it's from the up as well. I mean, she got the world in her hand, and it's going to be it's good. I mean, that Warren show is going to be good as well. I'm pretty sure that Andrew Kane's on it as well.
Yes,
is that right? Yeah, he's a class fighter. I've known him since we were at GB. I think it was like an England assessment camp or something. We were on together, and I roomed with Andrew. And he's a very, very good fighter, tough bloke as well. And he's gonna be exciting to watch in the pros. Some good domestic matchups for him out there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's boxing's brilliant at the moment. I mean, it's from top to bottom. It's firing. There's so many fighters out there, and I mean, there's some brilliant fights to make. And I think once everyone gets out of this head that this zero, you have to keep a zero like Mayweather does. Once that, like Canelo's kind of killed that, which is good. I mean, you're going to see bigger fights and people taking more riskier fights because you can come back now. It's not like back here a few years ago. I mean, if you lost your unbeaten record, I mean, you kind of would look past after that. I mean, it was a long road back, but now it's a bit different, and I think that's just going to promote the sport more and more because, I mean, look at people like, say for example, Shakur Stevenson against that Valdez. Both of them didn't need to take that fight. So, and then you got Devin Haney against Kambosos in Australia.
Yeah.
Which again, they don't need to have that fight yet. I mean, they didn't need to, but they're going to do it for the fans, and it's just, I think every young boxer needs to follow that line of thought of that we need to be able to entertain and get in there and just get it done, instead of worrying about this stupid that everyone wants to keep. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great to have it, but I mean, we're here to have exciting fights, and if we do lose, you come back stronger, and I'm sure I hope the sport keeps going in that direction.
So were you at Rams Mahmoud's last fight? Because I was watching it there.
Yeah, I was there. He boxed the lad from Cornwall. Yeah, that is it. He boxed well, didn't he? Yeah, he done really well. I mean, he just bounced off he lost to Jack Bateson. I was in Leeds when he lost there. I think there was me, Ramez, Barry, and two of Ramez's mates, my dad and my girlfriend who was there at the time. But there was none of us there. We were against the whole of Leeds. So it was just us. I mean, it was never going to be Ramez's night in a way unless he knocked Jack out. And for him to go from that fight, bounce back, and then put on performance like he did against that lad he beat at Your Call, it was good to see. And Ramez is such a nice bloke as well. He's got a lot of time for people. I can only say good things about him. And he works so hard in the gym, and he's one of the toughest blokes you'll ever meet in your life. I mean, he doesn't look like he weighs, but I mean, the sparring he goes through, and he's very good to be around because the mentality he's got is brilliant.
Yeah, I met him after his fight. Yeah, because I've also
met him.
I've interviewed him.
Yeah, he's lovely, isn't he? He's a nice guy. He's a maths teacher, isn't he? They called him the Magician or something like that. That's his nickname, I think. Yeah, he's brilliant. He's going to be in a few exciting fights because the guy didn't take a backward step. So, again, that is another good fighter coming out of that gym. And yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good.
Yeah. Did you? I saw Lee Wood. As you said, you've been training with him. Lee Wood against Conlan at the start of the year. What a fight!
Yeah, I was there. It was unbelievable. My heart was in my mouth when he got the drops in the first round. I mean, obviously, like being close to Lee, that it was a bit worrying. But I mean, to be totally honest with you, that actually watching the fight live and knowing Lee, that it wasn't enjoyable. It was because Conlan was winning and it was getting closer and closer and closer to the end. It was like, oh no, not in your hometown, not. Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be Lee's night, and it wasn't going the way that we thought it would, especially after the knockdown. And then when he went down, I think he went down in is it the 11th or was it the 10th? Conlan went down. Or, I think it was he went down in the 10th and then got knocked out in the 12th, didn't he? But Lee was saying, what a knockout. Lee was saying that he could feel from round 10 to 12 that Conlan was nothing left in him, which we couldn't see from the outside, but in there, Conlan apparently there was nothing left. The punches were weak, and he looked Lee felt like he could push him back. So that's what gave him that urge to keep going, because Conlan was lagging, and he did what he said he was going to do. I feel, what was he saying? He said, if you're still looking at me in the 12th round, guess what? I'm going to knock you out. What happened? It was brilliant. What a night.
Did Conlan go out on a stretcher?
He did. I mean, I think that was just down to being careful, to be honest with you. But I mean, obviously he got knocked out the ring, didn't he? And his brother caught him, and he didn't get up. So I mean, there was always a bit of a worry, because you never, as a boxer yourself, you never want to see anyone get hurt in there, badly hurt. And it was worrying, yes, but I mean, we were in the changing rooms after. I see Lee in the hotel after. We knew Conlan was fine, and then they saw each other in the morning as well, and there was well done and congrats there. And he was all good. They just had to be careful, which is totally they needed to, and they need to be doing that with every fighter in any situation like that. So I mean, that's another good thing that's going on in boxing. I mean, I know a lot of fighters are complaining not passing their brain scans and things at the moment, but they become a lot more stricter with your brain scans and things like that. But I think it's a good thing. I think if you're not fit to box, and there's a chance that you might get really hurt or a bleed on the brain or something like that, that you need to be looked after and be told that you can't, because fighters don't say no. Like if you're a true fighter, you won't turn down any fight. So you need to be looked after in there, and if something isn't right medically or things like that, it needs to be taken very carefully, like being approached very carefully. So it's good. It's good that even though it wasn't great that Conlan got stretched out, but it was precaution. It was something that should have been done.
Yeah. What's your favourite punch in a fight?
My favourite punch. Don't want to give too much away because I've got a new one for this guy. But my jab is a key. Yeah. But I love to set up my backhand somehow. I love to set up left. I mean, my jab, everything comes off the jab. So I would say my jab is the key to everything. So jab is my favorite punch, and then obviously the big power shots they're fun to throw, but I mean, it's all got to come off your jab. So I would say my jab.
We'll see what hand the knockout comes from.
Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. Yeah, he's going to walk on.
You don't have a knockout on your record, but you've got 10 rounds to do it, mate.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, when I look at the records and say I haven't had a knockout yet, but if you look at the people I've boxed, they've all been journeymen. I haven't actually had a 50-50 fight yet, and I'm sure when somebody does come at me, well, when I boxed out Bendena 3 weeks ago, hit him with everything. His face just got bigger. He didn't wobble. He didn't do it. His face got more swollen and swollen and swollen. So and pretty much every fight I've had. I mean, I turned pro very young. So I turned pro at 18. So turned pro at 18 and had my first fight at 19. My man strength wasn't there. So I wasn't able to knock out these guys, and it was all about getting rounds under the belt and getting experience. But I mean, I've been in there and done so many rounds in there now. It's worked out better for me, and I think as well, I mean, if I did get a few knockouts in the record, I'd be looking for knockouts, and that's not the way I box. So I like to outbox people and make them feel, deflate them and cut them down. And then obviously this is 10 rounds as well, so he's going to walk onto something. And like you said, he has been knocked out a few times. So I mean, I won't be looking for the knockout, but it'll be in the back of my head that it's a possible I won this one, and looking forward to it.
I thought you would be fighting Adam Azim as he beat Conor Marsden.
Yeah. So he I think that fight was only 8 rounds, which I can remember. It was an 8-round fight. So he didn't defend his Southern area against Adam Azim. That's why he still got it. But to be totally honest with you, I don't really know the ins and outs of where the belt is because it's vacant, which I thought Conor was champion.
Conor has it.
Yeah, I thought he had it. Then that's what I thought. And then, but on the poster, it's the vacant Southern area title. So I don't know if he lost it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe he fought Adam Azim and vacated the belt, and then now he's fighting for it again.
Sure. I'm confused.
Yeah. So that's what I've been thinking. But I know he did win it, and in his mind, I'm sure he thinks he is champion. If he's not, but I see him as champion. So
yeah,
I'm gonna have to rip that belt off of him if I want it. It's not going to be an easy thing to do, but it's going to be done.
Yeah. And my last question for you is: do you have any advice for people who want to be a boxer when they're older?
Yeah, go join your amateur club. Go down to amateur clubs and get in and get involved. I mean, it's such perception of people who think that a persona of like boxing gyms are rough, tough, and all this. You walk into one, and they're friendly, and everyone knows each other, and becomes a sort of a community, and it's sort of a family down there. And I mean, once you do that, and then you feel happy there, and then you start. Then it's all about work ethic. I mean, when I was a kid growing up, I mean, I was waking up at 5 a.m. before school, going running, then training again after school. Just throwing my whole life at it, and that's it. Only this game is not to play around. You can't play boxing. That's a famous phrase, and it's very true. You have to give it everything, otherwise you will get caught out. If I don't train and don't push myself to the limits in camp this fight, I'll get beat. Because I'm sure Conor Marsden's pushing himself, and whoever does it, whoever's the best at that will come out on top. But I mean, I don't think he can outwork the way we're working. So and I believe I'm a better boxer in there too. So, but back to what the advice is, just, I mean, there's no playing around in this sport. You need to be 110%, 120%, and if you're not, I mean, you will get found out eventually. So it's the key is don't be in and out of the gym. Stay in the gym. Be in the gym all the time. And work your bullet. Work very hard. Work very, very hard. And don't give up.
Do you want to shout out like your trainer or your sponsors or your sparring partners?
Yeah, I've got Industrial Solutions who have helped me through everything for the last couple of camps. Been very supportive. Also, 3 Chairs who are agreement who helped me last camp. I mean, I've got so many people I could thank, and Barry Smith and Ben Davison down at the Performance Centre. I mean, we're working hard, and I mean, it's a big thank you to them. But the job's not done yet. We need to get this in, and I'm sure I'll be thanking everyone after the fight. But at the moment, it's head down, work as hard as we can, and get this job done.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be there, mate, cheering you on to victory.
Yeah.
And the new, mate. And the
new. Just have it.
Keep training hard, mate. Yeah.
I will do. I promise you, mate. I'll throw everything in this. I've always wanted this Southern area title since I was a kid. I mean, it's been a dream of mine to win it. I thought I was going to miss it, get the English title, and not get the Southern area, and I was half gutted about it because there was talks of fighting for the English against Billy Ellington, a weight above. But it was who's Billy Allen's an old sparring partner of mine, but I mean,
yeah,
I was a bit gutted that I wasn't going to get the Southern area. So now this fight's come up and we get the Southern areas there. My ideally route would be going Southern area, English, British, go on and on and on from there. And I mean, the old school route, whatever, mate. I mean, there's a say everyone says in the gym, if you win the British title, you're good enough to win a world. Then it's down to your work ethic. So I mean, we win this. The aim is British title I want it in the next couple of years. I want that British title shot. And then after that, I mean, sky's the limit. Just keep going, head down. My potential will take me as far as I can.
Yeah. Tell everyone at your gym to keep working hard, yeah?
I will do. Yeah, we've got all big fights coming up. I mean, but Josh came back in the gym. I think he's got a funny feeling he's going to fight Carroll again. He might be. And then you've got Lee fighting either Leo Santa Cruz or Josh Warrington. So there's big fights coming up in our gym. And I mean, we're going to take them all. We're going to win them all. We've been written off a few times already. And we've come out on top. So, I mean, I believe we're one of the best gyms in the world at the moment. I mean, like I said, we've got pretty much every belt in world boxing at the moment, apart from Southern Area and English. So, I mean, we're all going to keep working hard and we're all going to keep winning and it's all going to go well. It's all going to be good.
It will do, mate. Good. Thank you for your time.
No problem, mate.
Thank you, mate. Bye.
Bye.